Star Trek is my favorite pop culture franchise. I love it more than... Is everything Star Trek A+? No, absolutely not. But even though I'm a writer, I would never say I could do a better job than the writers who are working to produce 20 or more episodes per season and make them mostly consistently good. Yeah, I could never do what those TV writers did. With any story I would come up with, the characters will be unusable or completely different after 2 or 3 episodes. Especially with the things they were encountering. Kind of like what Alan Moore wanted to do with the Charlton comic book characters. DC said no, so he made new ones and called it Watchmen. That's why I really like the Star Trek Myriad Universe stories so much. These were full-length novels and novellas that are the equivalent of Marvel's What If, except for Star Trek. My favorite, although it seemed like there were a few deviation points, is a what if there are Soong-type androids everywhere, and as people age, they have their consciousnesses put into android bodies of their youthful selves. In this alternate reality, Data left the Enterprise circa Season 2, disappeared really, and the rest of the regular cast dropped off, branching into different career paths. Riker's a captain by Season 3, I think Worf is too, Geordi is the XO, and Ro is the only other familiar TNG character. Right. The writer included Wesley. This story picks up in what would be Season 8 or 9 of TNG, when Data reappears miraculously on the bridge asking if any of them have heard of the Iconians. Oh yeah, and because Worf wasn't around to mess with Doras, or the other way around, the Klingon and Romulan empires are pretty much one unit slowly acting against the Federation. It's all the little drops that create big ripples. This is a really good one with a satisfying ending. My second favorite, although it's much darker, is a what if the Cardassians never left Bajor, and they were the ones to discover the wormhole. It's a story told over a few years where everything just seems to be getting progressively worse and worse for the Klingons, Romulans, and the Federation. All the leaders seem to be acting out of character, being needlessly aggressive with each other. All these regional powers are signing non-aggression pacts with or are just becoming part of the Cardassian Union. Everything for about 5 years only seems to be going well for the Cardassians. The story is intriguing and action-packed, but sadly culminates in a pretty dark ending. The only way you can get away with something like that is in an alternate timeline, which is why I decided to write my own Myriad Universe stories rather than the standard fill-in-the-gaps fanfic. It's all on Archive of Our Own under Kyle Doucette, one word. The first one answers the question of what if these two decided to settle in a completely different part of the Federation. In this alternate universe, there are no godlike beings to lose their shit and wipe out a genocidal, seemingly unstoppable, technologically advanced race. And the Alpha and Beta quadrants suffer horribly because of it. That one's called Star Trek Revelations. Again, these are all under one word, Kyle Doucette, through Archive of Our Own. The second one is Star Trek Altered Conflicts. This one starts off with an alternate Jem'Hadar encounter, with the Odyssey being unavailable. However, the Enterprise D is called in to rescue Commander Sisko. Yes, the battle with the Jem'Hadar, with pragmatic Captain Picard in the center seat, plays out much differently.